It's a chilly morning. And I'm going to talk to you this morning about selling used appliances. How to get them, what you need, where to get them, things commonly asked questions or things you need to ask when picking them up, some marketing stuff, some tips. But first off, I'm going to try to breeze through this. So, first off, I started selling used appliances long before I ever knew anything about fixing them. All I knew was I could take a washer and dryer, bring them to my house. I had a 240 plug in my garage that I had set up for testing purposes. And I had a 2-bay garage, and I was getting as many appliances as I could, and whichever ones didn't work, I scrapped, and whichever ones worked, I sold. So I was getting tons of appliances. I'm going to tell you how I got them and how you can get them, but I didn't know anything about appliance repair. And I started fixing them later on, and because I was scrapping all these nice machines, and one day it dawned on me, I was like, why don't I just try to fix this thing? And that's how I got into it. At the time, I was in full-time ministry working for a church. And then later on, I was a contractor, and so I'd get a lot of appliances. I did junk removal, got a lot of appliances there. But first off, let's talk about what's needed. You're going to need a truck or a trailer or a big van or whatever. It's just something to haul them in. You're going to need a dolly or a hand truck. I have a appliance dolly and a just regular furniture dolly. Hand truck, I should say. Both are very good. The appliance dolly is more for refrigerators and stuff, but if you're just doing washers and dryers, which is where I suggest you start, all you need is a good hand truck. I like the ones with the big fat wheels on them. That way, if you need to roll across a yard or roll across some rough terrain or whatever, you're good to go. Next, you're going to need basic hand tools. You're going to need a toolbox with basic hand tools, screwdrivers, putty knife, sockets. You're going to need a meter, a multimeter, digital multimeter. You can get a cheap one at Harbor Freight, or you can go and get you a nice Fluke 117 or something like that. But if you're on a budget, go up to Harbor Freight, your local Harbor Freight, get you a multimeter. And other hand tools, you'll get them as you go. Basic hand tools. Next, you're going to need cleaning supplies. You do not want to sell dirty appliances. Any appliance you get, you're going to want to clean up. So you're going to need cleaning supplies. Rags, soap, Comet, degreaser, stuff like that. You're going to need somewhere to put the appliances. If you got a little shed or a garage, that's perfect. If you don't, maybe you could get a carport. I've seen people store them under carports. As long as you keep them pretty much out of the rain. I mean, rain's not necessarily going to destroy them, but you don't want your appliances sitting out in the rain. You want to keep them under a shelter of some sort. So, carport, shed, whatever. You're going to need a smartphone. Smartphone is key for listing your appliances on Craigslist and Facebook and your website if you have one. You're going to need some appliance paint. They got all different colors at Home Depot. You can go up there and get it. Some appliances you get are going to need a little touch-up, and you'll sand them down and give them a little fresh coat of love. So get some appliance paint, black, white, biscuit, whatever color you may need. You're going to need parts. So you're going to need to get a local distributor and get parts from them. So there's just a few things you're going to need. And next, where do I get these appliances? So I'm going to breeze through these. Craigslist. Post on Craigslist. Free appliance removal. I got tons of appliances that way. The market on Craigslist is kind of saturated now, so there's a lot of guys out there doing it. But post some posts on Craigslist. Go in there under services, labor, moving. I used to post on free stuff. Free appliance removal. Hey, it's free. It is a free thing you're giving away. It's free. Free appliance removal. Facebook posts. Make you a Facebook post. Go on all your local sites, your local sales marketplaces on Facebook. Make your own fast, free appliance removal site that says you're the guy and you're part of town for hauling away appliance. And make yourself look professional and make yourself stand out from the other guys. That's another little tip. So you can go on Facebook and make posts and make your own free appliance removal page and promote it on Facebook and let everybody know what you're doing. You can talk to the people at Lowe's and Home Depot. I used to know a guy, and he got the stuff that they were pulling out. So when Lowe's or Home Depot would go and deliver new stuff, this guy had a connection with one of the managers, and he was literally getting their trucks to pull up to his shop and unload. So I never got hooked up with that, but I was hooked up with the guy that was hooked up with the guy with the thing. So talk to him. Don't be scared. All they can do is say no. Let me tell you a little something. Don't ever be afraid to ask something. Yes or no is the only answer they can give you. Maybe hell no. Maybe hell yes. So don't be afraid to ask. Hang on. Pause. Pause. My biscuit's here. Sorry about that. Had a biscuit delivery. So, yeah. Where do I get the appliances? We already said Craigslist, Facebook. Hit your local retail stores up that are pulling out old appliances. Just go in there and talk to somebody. Go in there and ask. Or, hey, catch the guys in the truck that pull up, loading up the appliances. Say, hey, buddy, what do you do with all the old appliances? Just ask. One thing I learned a long time ago is it doesn't hurt to ask. They can only tell you one or two things. Yeah, we'll sell them to you. Or, no, we won't. Either way. And they're not always free. Sometimes they're free, sometimes they're not. Let's see here. So next, wholesale appliance places. There's places out there that have warehouses full of appliances. You can go online, type in wholesale appliance dealer. They have warehouses of washers and dryers, and just go online and Google search wholesale appliances. Auctions is a good option. Go to your local auction houses, your local Salvation Army auction, Goodwill auction. In my area, it seems like the Salvation Army is a spot for used appliances. The Goodwill, they're hit or miss as far as the auctions go. But you can get some good appliances there. Talk to your local thrift stores. Your local thrift stores are only going to more than likely sell appliances that are in perfect working condition. So go up there and talk to them. I got a local thrift store near me. Back when I was selling used appliances, they'd sell me their junk appliances for $5 a piece. I'd go up there and bring my trailer, and they'd load me up 10, 15, 20 appliances out the door. So yeah, hit up your local thrift stores, auctions, curbside scores. Curbside scores. What do I mean by that? I mean, drive around in your truck and just look for appliances. Look in people's yards to see if they got a washer sitting at the top of their driveway that they just pulled out. And if they do, go knock on their door. Don't be scared. I used to do it all the time. You don't know how many free appliances I got that way. Pull up in the driveway. Maybe you got a little magnet on your truck already. Free appliance removal with your number on it. Maybe you got a little shirt made looking professional. Knock on the door. Hello, ma'am. My name's TK with free appliance removal. I was just wondering what you're going to do with that washer. Oh, well, it's broken, so we're just going to take it to the dump. Oh, you don't have to worry about that, man. We'll haul it away for you free of charge. It's already sitting in the driveway. You don't even got to go in the house. I've gone to people's houses where I saw a dryer in the driveway, went up, talked to the lady. She ended up giving me her washer and her dryer, and then I turned around and sold her a used washer and dryer. So I got her old stuff to fix, sold her a new set for $250, and man, great. So yeah, don't be afraid to drive around, and also look in your local paper and your local whatever to find out when they do neighborhood cleanups, like when everybody puts their crap out on the corner. That's a great time to drive around and get appliances. I've gotten tons of appliances that way. Everybody's putting their stuff out for the neighborhood cleanup. They got an old refrigerator or an old dryer, but it's been sitting in their garage. Hey, it's neighborhood cleanup time. The government's going to come pick it up. Not today, government, you're not, because TK's going to get it. So yeah, neighborhood cleanups. Local scrap guys. As I said earlier, the Craigslist appliance removal is saturated with people. That doesn't mean you can't network with those guys. That doesn't mean you can't call your local scrap guys. Go on there. They're already posting their phone number and their contact info. Go on there and call old boy up. Say, hey, old boy, I see you do scrap metal removal. Yes, sir, I do. What you got? Oh, I don't got anything. I want to buy your washers and dryers from you. I want to buy those fridges that you're taking to the scrapyard and getting pennies for. Oh, you do? I'll bring you a load. Next thing you know, old boy's in front of your house with a trailer with 15 units on it, ready to go. Or 10 units, or however many, 6. Start slow. Don't get it in over your head. But yeah, let them know what you're looking for. Let them know what you want. He'd rather bring them to you and get $10 a piece for them than take them to the scrapyard and get pennies for them. So network with your local scrap guys. And then scratch his back. When you got some scrap metal, give him a ring. Say, hey, old boy, need you to come pick up these units that I've stripped down. They'll come get it. They want that scrap metal. So yeah, hook up with your local scrappers. There is a website, and I don't know a whole lot about this website, but it's called Fast Free Appliance Removal. And I'm friends with the guy on Facebook, and I don't really do Facebook anymore, but back when I was Facebooking it up, he used to be an appliance guy, and he started a business where he helps people get their name out there. He's basically like a marketing guy. It does cost, but apparently he can get you a ton of free appliance removal depending on your area. So and I think the name of his website is Fast Free Appliance Removal. Storage auctions is another option. You do have to deal with all the rest of the stuff you're going to get, so that's one that you got to think about. Yard sales and estate sales. I go to yard sales and estate. Sorry about that. I go to yard sales and estate sales all spring and summer long, and I see tons of appliances. And back when I was selling appliances, I was getting them. And there, you can get some good deals, because especially the estate sales, they just want that stuff out of the house. Give them a deal for, give them a price for all the appliances in the house. And you have to know what they're worth. And 9 times out of 10, all those are working. You don't even got to work on those. If they're already in the house, most of them are already working. All you got to do is take them home and test them and make sure they're good to go. So, yeah, yard sales and estate sales. And then lastly, local contractors. This is a thing I used to do. I used to network with local contractors that specialized in kitchen and bathroom remodeling, which I used to be a contractor. That's how I knew they would be getting them. But I would just give them my number or stop by their shop or give them a call and let them know who I was and tell them to call me next time they need appliances moved out. People, these guys, and I'm talking about high-end guys. I'm talking about guys doing jobs in big money houses. Those are the houses where they're getting all new appliances when they do their kitchen. And more than likely, they just want that stuff gone. They just want it out of there. So hit those guys up and tell the contractor, say, hey, if you pull some appliances out, I'll be more than happy to come and, haul them away for you. So local contractors. So there's a lot of options. If you don't have any money to put into it, do the Craigslist and Facebook thing. Do the riding around looking for stuff thing, and you'll find good stuff. Next, when you're going to pick up appliances, I hope you're writing some of this stuff down. When you go in to pick up appliances, here's some questions to ask. Number one, what was the issue with the appliance? If they're getting rid of it, more than likely there's an issue with it. Some people say, hey, there's nothing wrong with it. We just got a new one and we need these gone. Or the washer's broken, but the dryer's fine. Just get a little bit of information, just like you would going out on a service call. You want to have some idea of where to start your troubleshooting and diagnosis when you go to start fixing this thing. So ask what was going on with it. Was the dryer not heating? Was the washer not filling? Whatever. Number two, how old is it? You want to have some idea of how old this appliance is and keep track of it, because when you sell it, guess what? The person that's going to buy it from you is going to want to know. Now, you can look it up by the serial number. I know that, but just ask them, how old is it? And then you have an idea also of what you're dealing with. If they say it's a, 20-year-old Whirlpool, well, then you know it's a Whirlpool direct drive, because Whirlpool wasn't making the BMW model back in the late 90s. So they didn't start making those till later on in the 2000s, which was a horrible mistake, Whirlpool. That washing machine sucks. Direct drive all day, baby. So yeah, ask them how old it is. Where is the appliance located? You want to know where it is in the house. If it's on the 3rd floor and you got to go up 3 flights of steps, there's going to be an extra charge. You don't go in there and it's up to you. You do it however you want to do it. But if I'm going into a house to pick up an appliance and it's on the 3rd floor, guess what? They're going to pay me some extra money. If you're in an apartment and you're on the 3rd floor apartment building, you're going to pay me some extra money for that, because I'm not doing that for free. If you want to, then go for it. But where is it? Where is it located? Are there stairs? That's part of where is it located. Are there stairs? Am I going to have to take this washer, dryer, refrigerator, gas, or electric range, whatever it is, up and down steps? Am I going to have to deal with steps? That's a good thing to know. You might need to bring a buddy if you do. Kick him a little 10 spot or 6er. And ask the customer, hey, can you have it ready for me when I get there? Have everything unhooked. Hey, ask them if they can have it sitting in the driveway for you. It never hurts to ask. Hey, we really like it when we don't have to go in the house, because there is liability. You go in the house and mess somebody's stuff up or bang a hole into a wall or scratch a floor, guess who's responsible? You are. See if the husband's willing to, set it in the driveway. People do it all the time. Say, hey, sir, we do offer this fast free appliance removal, but we do like it when the customer has it in the driveway to cut down on our liability. That's all you got to say. And if they say no, just say okay, and I suggest you have a waiver. Write this down. Have a waiver. When you go into someone's house, you have them sign a waiver that says you are not responsible for damage to their property. That you are going in there and they're under the understanding that you are not responsible for damage to their property. You're going in there as a courtesy to them, and have them sign a waiver and have those waivers with you. And you'll see how fast, if you make people sign a waiver, they will have that appliance sitting in the driveway. So yeah, see if they can have it sitting in the driveway. And if you do got to go in and get it, at least make sure that it's ready to go. That you don't got to go in there and unhook hoses and undo this and move this, and there's crap piled everywhere. I mean, you're going to run into that stuff, but try to avoid it. All right, next, let's talk about, I'm going to have to cut this short, marketing. Marketing. You're going to be marketing 2 things. You're going to be marketing your free appliance removal, and you're going to be marketing your appliance sales. And you can do them both at the same time. Anytime you're posting for appliance removal, or anytime you're advertising for appliance removal, you should also be having a little note on the bottom that says, also please call us for free appliance for your next used appliance purchase or whatever. That's a good thing to do. So you're going to do that on Facebook, Craigslist, Hopefully you'll get some business cards made at Vistaprint. Get you some magnets for your door of your truck. Maybe start a website. You can get a website for pretty cheap. Free appliance removal website. Door hangers. If you don't have nothing to do, go out and put door hangers out. I have door hangers made for my business. I don't ever get a chance to because I'm so busy, but I got door hangers. Next, make some flyers up and leave them around at different places. Leave them, or see if you can leave them at the Home Depot counter or the Lowe's counter or this place, that place, local businesses, local restaurants, local wherever. Some places have those little pinup boards where you can put flyers and business cards. You put stuff up there. You never know who's going to see your stuff. So that's all free marketing stuff. And you can invest, money. Of course, the business cards, magnet stuff, you can get that stuff on Vistaprint pretty cheap, but I guess it's not free. All right, next, we're rocking and rolling. What appliances do I start on? Here's my rule of thumb for what appliances to start on, because I'm assuming that you're just getting into this. You know nothing about appliances. Start with dryers. That doesn't mean you can't go out and pick up washers and all that stuff, but try to focus on dryers at first, because dryers are very simplistic machines. There's not a whole lot to them. They can be tricky at times. I will say that, but for the most part, dryers. There's not that many repairs that are going to come along for a dryer. So yeah, start on dryers, then add in washers. So now you're doing washers. You get dryers down packed. You know how to change a heating element. You know how to replace thermostats. You know how to do a maintenance on one and replace the belt and grease the rollers and replace bearings and replace timers and all that good stuff. Clean them out real good before you sell them. And now you're going to graduate to washers. You're going to get washers. You're going to start learning how washers work. How signs of, water inlet valves. Yeah, there's a washer sitting in that guy's driveway. Look, it's out here. Go get it. But, yeah, there's all sorts of things to learn on washers. So you get washers. You learn that. Next, you're going to start getting electric ranges. So your regular coil burner ranges. A range is just a stove on top, oven on the bottom. Stay away from slide-in and drop-in ranges. For some reason, they do not sell very good. If you get them in a package where you're picking up several appliances, just take it, whatever. But the ranges that I focused on when I was selling appliances was drop-in ranges. Or not drop-in ranges, freestanding ranges. That means it's just a freestanding range. It slides into the hole in the cabinets, and it's just freestanding. It doesn't, blend in with the cabinets or drop in or any of that stuff. Those drop in and slide in ranges are hard to sell in my experience. So yeah, so then after you get dryers, washers, ranges down, then you can graduate to refrigerators. I tell people, if you don't have at least a year or so, a couple years experience working on appliances and learning and stuff like that, stay away from refrigerators. You don't know enough to mess with refrigerators. I guess it's a case-to-case basis. If you're a pretty smart fella, maybe you're already done refrigeration or HVAC or something like that, yeah, that's different. You have an idea of how compressors work and, different things like that. But if you have no idea about refrigerators, just stay away from them. Don't get involved until you feel comfortable with them. And start slow with that, too. Here's my last thing on what to start on. Don't sell dishwashers. I repeat, don't sell dishwashers. The only way that I would sell a dishwasher is if I was the one installing it. So that means that I'm the one going out. Why is this guy driving so slow? Good Lord, buddy. Sorry. I'm the one going out. I'm the one installing it. And maybe you give them the dishwasher and just charge them for the installation. That's something that I used to do. But at least that way you can go out there, you can make sure everything is working properly. For real, just stay away from dishwashers. Just stay away from dishwashers. But yeah, so that's some things to get started on. Next, what appliances to look for. When you're first getting started, I highly suggest you look for the older model Whirlpool washers and dryers. The older model Whirlpools are are great units to sell. The washer's called a direct drive. The way you can tell a Whirlpool, and that's not the it's not always going to say Whirlpool. It could be a Kenmore, it could be a Roper, it could be an Amana, it could actually be did they make Maytag direct drives? Because Whirlpool bought Maytag. I think they did. I think they have some Maytags, or maybe not. I might be wrong on that. But Whirlpool, Roper, Amana, Kenmore, a lot of those older washers are made by Whirlpool, and they're the direct drives. And the way you tell if it's a direct drive is take a look at the front of it. If it has a little strip of lights underneath what appears to be the timer, which is actually a control board, if it has that little strip of lights that says like sensing, wash, fill, all that stuff, it is not a direct drive washer. It is a VMW. And I'm not a big fan of those. So look for the ones without any lights on them, just basic timer, all that good stuff. And then the Whirlpool dryers that match that are typically the ones with the lint trap on the top. So it's got the lint trap screen that you pull right out of the top. That's a good old Whirlpool set. Same set I got in my house. Mine's a Roper, but great washer dryer. Easy to learn on, easy to fix, easy to work on. So look out for those. And maybe I'll take a few pictures of a couple and post them in this video. Old Maytags are good. The older Maytags. There's two types of Maytags. There's the single belt and the double belt. And both of them are decent, but look out for those. Some of the parts for those aren't available anymore, so you have to be careful about that. But then, once you learn a little more and get more into it, start getting just, anything, any old dryer, any old washer. But the Whirlpool direct drive sets are really a good one to start on. A few closing thoughts. Are you going to offer a warranty with your appliances? My warranty was 60 days. That means from the time you sold it, they had 60 days to call me if they had any problem with it. And if you're going to do that, you need to stand by your warranty. That means don't be the guy that sells the appliance and 50 days later they call you and you're a no-show. You never show up. Just either go out there and swap it out, or if it's something simple, go out there and fix it, but stand by your warranty. So that's something you have to think about in your business plan. Hopefully you have a business plan. And then you got to ask yourself, do I want to offer warranties? You can also, here's another little idea, you can also offer the no warranty price and the warranty price. So let's say you got a washer machine and they're like, how much is it? You say it's $100. They say, well, does it come with any warranty? Well, yes, ma'am, I can do a warranty for an extra $50 or whatever you think is fair, $25, $50. Oh, okay. If they don't get the warranty, that's on them. If they call you 30 days later, then, hey, sorry, you didn't get the warranty. But that's how, it's all on what you want to do. But that's something to think about. Are you going to offer a warranty? Next, should you go into people's homes? We already talked about this, but there's liability in going to people's homes. And I strongly suggest getting them to sign a waiver. Judge each job independently. Is what you're about to do, whatever you're about to undertake to get this appliance, is it worth it? I remember one time, well, I'm not going to go into that story, but I've done some really stupid stuff getting appliances that definitely was not worth it, and I should have just walked away and said, yeah, this is out of my pay grade, and, I'm so sorry, hopefully you can find somebody else or whatever, but judge each job and ask yourself, is it worth it? Always be advertising. Always be advertising. Always be handing out your business card. If you're doing this thing, have some shirts made. Have some signs on your truck. Have let people know. You know how many calls I've gotten just by people seeing me driving around? So yeah, always be advertising. Next is diversify. All right, so you get into selling used appliances. That's good. That's great. You're making money, whatever. But maybe you want to diversify. Maybe you want to start selling furniture. Maybe you want to start selling area rugs. Those big rugs you see. You get some of those nice area rugs from an auction. Good money. You know, $50 a piece, $40 a piece. Get them for practically nothing. And then something that I got into recently is flat screen TVs. I've learned how to troubleshoot and diagnose flat screen TVs, and I started advertising, and I don't even sell used appliances. I'm just doing the flat screen TVs because I enjoy it. It's something I'm learning. But I started doing free flat screen TV removal. Hey, you got an old broken flat screen TV? Old TK will come pick it up. Fixed one up the other day. It was a 47-inch LG or something like that. Put a control board on it, power supply board, for $25. Didn't pay anything for a TV. Works fine. So diversify. Get into other things. Start selling on eBay. If you're here for that, you're probably already doing that. But hey, you can sell appliance parts on eBay. All those parts you're stripping off of these things, and maybe you got too many of them. You test them, make sure they're good. Put them on eBay. Sell them. And that leads me to my last tip. Any appliance you get, always strip the good parts off of it. Don't ever leave good parts on an appliance. Take them off. Make you some bins full of timers. Make you some bins full of inlet valves. Make you some bins full of good heating elements. That's the stuff that's going to save you money down the road. So, or you can sell them on eBay. So that's it. I'm wrapping it up. I'm at a customer's house. Got to go in, do this thing. So, like, comment, subscribe. Go out there and get you some appliances. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. Peace.